Guys, our next comic for the night, I've been friends with him for a very long time. I care about him a lot. He's very, very funny. Mr. Zach Brooks, everybody. Give it up for Zach Brooks!
What's up? Thank you, one person. Appreciate that. Fuck the rest of you. What? See, I was stopped at a gas station on the way over here, and I heard a guy drop the most amazing Lord of the Rings reference I had ever heard in my entire life. He was bagging up my items, and a friend came in and asked if he could get a free drink. Without skipping a beat, this dude pointed at the camera and said, "Motherfucker, the Eye of Sauron is watching." The fuck out of here. I don't know what bank y'all use, but Wells Fargo recently had sex with me. It was not consensual. They guided me into that covered wagon. They transport the money in, and they bent me over that spare wheel. It was horrible. My account is so in the negative right now from fees. I got so upset I wrote a letter to Wells Fargo, and I'm gonna read it for y'all real quick. Let's see. Alright. Dear Wells Fargo, how does your asshole feel? I guess mine is slowly recovering from the 7 overdraft fees you managed to fit up there. You gave me financial aids. And not the kind the U.S. gives Haiti to rebuild. You should have never let me spend money I didn't have. Now my baby is starving, and that's on you. I don't have a kid, but they don't know that at all. I have no idea. You make me hate numbers. I've launched a Kickstarter to rob you. People seem down. Also, I've started a nationwide campaign that's sole purpose is to inform homeless people about how nice your bathrooms are. Because fuck you. P.S. Based on name alone, I now hate the movie Fargo. And because it's close enough, Argo. Does anybody here eat at food trucks ever? Yeah? Woo! I have a little bit of an issue with like the way food trucks are. Like, thank you. Let's get one guy in the back. Ready? Yes. Support immediately. I feel like a while ago, like when you went to a food truck, you had like $2 and you ordered something and you weren't quite sure what it was, and you were ready and willing to shit your pants if it came to that, because you were buying food out of a moving vehicle, and there was just this inherent risk involved that you knew. Now it's a lot nicer now, and it's more expensive, which even I'm okay with. But it's like never food that existed before the food truck came about. Like Filipino hamburgers are not a thing. They're not a thing. They were never a thing. 2 years ago, if you Googled that, you would have gotten the address for McDonald's in the Philippines. It's the closest thing. I don't want Bolivian soul food. I don't know what that is. Do you have a sandwich? What is kimchi? I'm confused. I actually read this article about they caught a food truck, since they're on the move all the time. They're hard to regulate, right? And they caught a food truck that was serving cat meat and saying it was chicken, which is horrible, right? That is horrible. I actually read the article like 2 or 3 times because I didn't see, nowhere in the article did it say how delicious it was. Didn't even touch on the taste of the cat, if it was, what kind of sauces were involved, if there was seasoning on the cat meat. no one talked about it. I bet it passed for a while. Because we all like, I think it's interesting that we as a society have been like, you know what, there's this whole group of animals that we really love to pet, so we can't eat them. I think that's kind of weird to me when you think about it, you know what I mean? Like, we all like to think that we wouldn't enjoy cat meat, but the truth is we don't really know. It might be phenomenal. It might be extremely delicious. I like to think about it like that article when I was reading about how people found out about that food truck serving cat. I like to think about it like that Pizza Hut commercial where they're all at like a really nice Italian restaurant and they're like talking up the pasta, and then a guy comes out and he's like, y'all have been eating Pizza Hut pasta this whole time. And they're like, what? This is Pizza Hut? It's delicious. And they're like that, but with like cat meat. It's like, yes, sir. Yeah, that food in your hand and your mouth right now, it's cat meat. Because we all like to think our reaction would be like, ooh, this is cat meat? But your reaction might be like, ooh, this is cat meat? I love cat meat. Kill my cat tonight. See, I don't like casserole. I'm just putting that out there. Just letting that go. I feel like casserole is just a lazy food. Like, hey, instead of serving this 5-course meal, we're just gonna put it all in a pan, put some cheese on top, put it in the oven for like 20 minutes. You can eat it with a spork. How about that? Sound good? Like, if you think about it, when somebody dies, people bring food to the family of the deceased. 90% of the time, that's a casserole. That's because casserole is only good when it's compared to death. Hey man, how's that casserole? Well, considering the crippling depression I feel from losing a loved one, I guess it's all right. You know what's sad? When I wrote that casserole joke, I was like, this is the one. This is the joke. Look out, Comedy Central. Because I'm taking on casserole. Not the one. I was at an airport recently and I saw Shaquille O'Neal. I was like, wow, that is Shaquille O'Neal. I need to go up, I need to say something to him. And as I'm thinking of what I should say, I realized, a lot of people probably talk to him about basketball. I want to distinguish myself from those people, so I went in a different direction. I walked up, I said, hey, Shaq, I really loved you in the movie Space Jam. Right then I realized two things pretty quickly. First thing, Shaquille O'Neal, not in Space Jam. Not at all. In fact, the cast of Space Jam was Michael Jordan and a bunch of cartoons. So, pretty racist. Pretty racist, to say that. The second thing I realized is this was just some random black guy who was definitely not Shaquille. Confirmed racism, double jeopardy, 2 times. 2 times. That guy had no idea what was going on. Guy went home thinking he looked like Michael Jordan. See, I used to be a huge fan of Dr. Seuss. I was a huge fan when I was a kid, but I actually picked up a book like a week ago, and now that I'm older, it's a little too ridiculous. It's a little too out there. Like in Green Eggs and Ham, the first time he offers it to him, he's like, hey, you want these green eggs and ham in a house with a mouse? The second time he's like, well, what about on a boat with a goat? The third time he's like, well, what about in a box with a fox? Does anybody else see the pattern here? The spaces are getting more confined. Okay? And the animals are getting more vicious. A fox will fuck you up. Now I'm in a box with one, and I got the scent of ham on me. What's next, in a tin can with the Wu-Tang Clan? Dangerous is all I'm saying. I like being a comedian, but I get jealous of other, like I guess other professions a lot, other trades. I get jealous of doctors all the time. Doctors get to be heroes even when they're not at work, even when they're just at a restaurant and somebody has a heart attack. They're like, is there a doctor in the house? And he comes and saves the day. It's great. That's awesome. They interview him on the news. As a comedian, I'm never gonna get any type of opportunities like that. Like, there'll never be a situation where a lady is about to jump off a bridge and kill herself, and someone in the crowd's like, oh my gosh, she's so sad, she's gonna kill herself. Quick, does anybody in the crowd have a tight 15 minutes about their dick? I think I could do like 7 to 8 minutes if we have a mic, I don't know. Talk this lady down with dick jokes. I get jealous of rappers a lot. Rappers get to have like awesome introductions to songs. Like before they put out something that they create, they have like this awesome intro where they like the beat's going and they talk, and they're like, yeah, yeah, Murderface Productions presents. We smoking blunts and here bitches and hoes and whatnot, and then the song starts. And that's phenomenal. I'm glad they get to do that, but like I can't have intros like that. I can't just say a bunch of shit before I start a joke. Like I couldn't come out here and be like, yeah, Clown Productions presents in association with low self-esteem. Jokes about Wells Fargo, y'all. I mean, doesn't work. Does not work. I do like rap music though. But rappers a lot of times talk about things, rappers make things seem really easy that aren't that easy for me to do. Like Biggie's got that song that's like, fuck bitches, get money. I can't just do that. It's difficult to pull off. I feel like I'm missing some steps in that process. Like if I remix that song to fit my lifestyle, it would be masturbation, self-loathing, way less gangster when I do it. I'm gonna leave you all with this. You know, a lot of people are under the impression that Jesus is gonna be upset when he comes back for the second coming. He's gonna be upset for the way we've been living our lives. I personally think he's gonna be way more excited about the wide selection of flip-flops and sandals we have nowadays. He's gonna come back and he's gonna be like, guys, what's up with all this premarital sex and drugs? Whoa, 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 whoa! What the fuck are Crocs? All right, I'm Zach Brooks, thank you.
Zach Brooks, everybody, how we doing?